All right, what is perfect contrition? We'll read it to you right out of the Catechism. This is paragraph 1452 in the Catechism, and it says this: when it arises from a love by which God is loved above all else, contrition is called perfect, or a contrition of charity. Such contrition remits venial sins. It also obtains forgiveness of mortal sins, if it includes the firm resolution to have recourse to sacramental confession as soon as possible. So what does all that mean? When you're truly sorry because you love God and want to have an authentic relationship with Him and you want to be an authentic Catholic Christian, you're forgiven of your sins. If you're sorry for your sins with that love in your heart. So if you love God and you're sorry, you're forgiven. Whether it's venial sins or mortal sins that you need to be forgiven of. And if it's a serious sin, something that really requires hitting the reset button with God, where you've really ended your relationship with God effectively through something absolutely terrible, the Church teaches that you should get to confession as soon as you can, whenever you have the next opportunity. Not so much that God would love you, because God already has committed to loving you. He made that commitment 2,000 years ago on the cross. God has already decided to forgive you. We go to confession for us. It's just a way of making that confession, that forgiveness real. Confession is just an opportunity to really experience the love of God in a way that's tangible and that we can hold on to, so we can really walk away from the guilt and the shame. Frequently, the more damaging aspect of sin is the guilt and the shame that remains after we commit the sin. And so confession really is kind of like a sword for God to use to just remove that guilt and that shame. Because God simply doesn't want you to carry that. He wants you to be able to let go of that. And that's what confession exists for. So, perfect contrition is forgiveness of your sins because you have a desire to follow God out of love for Him, and that forgives mortal or venial sins. And if it's a serious thing, go to confession when you get the chance, but know that you're forgiven and loved now. That's perfect contrition, and that's Catholic.